Good morning students. Welcome in this class. This video is for class 8 subject Social Science. Today we are going to start Civics chapter 3 Why do we need Parliament? It is the first lecture of this chapter and in today's lecture the topics which are going to be discussed are like this. First one, democracy means meaning of democracy. Second, types of democracy. Third, why should people decide? Fourth, people and representative and composition of Lok Sabha. So let's start today's discussion. Yes friends, as we have already studied that India is a democratic country. So what do you mean by democratic country? Actually, a democratic country is one in which its citizens participate in decision making process of the government, and it also that characterized by the presence of social, political and economic equality among citizens. Okay, that's why we have adopted a parliamentary system of governance. Yes friends, as I told, means democracy. Democratic country is the country where all people are given equal right of freedom. Okay, means like in our country, all are given right to freedom in the form of right to vote, right to life and many other types of rights related to equality are given. Okay, so means a democratic country is one in which its citizens participate in decision making. Okay, and in India the people take part in decision making indirectly. Okay, and here all type of means socials, politicals, that equalities is given or provided to its citizens. So understood about it? And yes friends, democratic government democratic government can be divided into two categories, that is parliamentary form of government and presidential form of government. Okay, so in India we have adopted parliamentary form of government and which includes president, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Okay, and presidential form of government means in a presidential form of government means president is the real and nominal head of the state. Okay, so means now I'll tell you in detail what is the meaning of parliamentary form of government and presidential form of government. Actually, in a parliamentary form of the government, the parliament is supreme. Means all power related to the decision making, law making lies in parliament. So it is the supreme and it represents the people. How it represents the people? Yes friends, actually in the parliament the people, those who are elected by the common people, like during elections we elect our representative by giving vote. Okay, so and these representatives that form the government. Okay, and in this way they represents the common people. So in this way beta, indirectly we people take part in decision making. Okay, so the legislature in the center is known as parliament or it is also known as Sansad also. So in parliamentary form of system, actually prime minister is the real head of the government, and in presidential form of the government, president is the real and nominal head of the state. So understood the difference? Like in parliamentary form of system, prime minister is the real head of the government, and in presidential form of government, president is both the real and the nominal head of the government. In presidential form of government there is no prime minister. In the presidential means I told that in the presidential form of government there is no prime minister and the president is directly elected by the people, but in parliamentary form the president is not elected directly, it is elected indirectly. Got it beta? Okay, and like presidential form, president is not responsible to the legislature. Okay, means that is executive is not the part of the legislature, and parliament has no control over the president because he or she cannot easily be removed during his or her tenure time. Okay, and in the presidential form, so now we will talk about the parliamentary form, because in India we have adopted parliamentary form of country. So is any name of any country where presidential form of that government is there? Yes, USA. In United States of America there is a presidential form of democracy, and in India that is parliamentary form of democracy. So in parliamentary form, Prime Minister is the real head of the government. He is the leader of the majority party in the parliament, and Prime Minister chooses the ministers from among the party to form the Council of Ministers. And in this system, President is the nominal head. So who is the real head in the parliamentary form? Prime Minister is the real head, and President is the nominal head, and people do not directly elect the president. So understood? And the executive or the council of minister is a part of legislature or parliament. Understood about it? So means in this way there is a proper coordination between the legislature and executive. Yes friends, organs of the Indian government you have studied in your previous chapters also. Like there are the three main organs of the Indian government. These are legislature, executive and judiciary. Legislature is known as the law making body, and that is the part of parliament. So Miss Beta, the main function of the parliament to make and implement the law for the common people. So you must know about it. Okay, कि parliament includes that president, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, and the main function means legislature is the part of parliament, and the main function of parliament, as we know, legislature is law making body. So the main function of parliament to make and implements law. Understood? Executive implements the law which are made by the parliament, and judiciary provides justice. So understood? Yeah. Next, now one question is there कि why should people decide? Means what is the need for a parliamentary form of government? Understood? कि why should people decide? Why should people take in decision making? And what is the need for a parliamentary form of government? Yes friends, independence was long and difficult struggle. They got inspired by the ideas of the freedom and equality and participation in decision making. Yes friends, as we know that India was ruled by the British for a long period of time. So under the British rule, the people of India lived in a fear of the government. People did not agree with many of the government decisions or policy, but they had to follow them. And if they tried to criticize this decision, they faced the grave or consequences. So at that time, when people started to raise their voice in the form of national freedom movement, so this nationalist freedom movement changed the situation, and the nationalists began to criticize the British government, and they felt that the government had to be sensitive to the people's needs and demands. Okay, so that's why they supported the idea that all adults have a right to vote. Okay friends, so as I told that under the British rule, the Indian people did not get equal right, they did not have the freedom. Okay, means like they faced discrimination, and they were not given the right of freedom also. They were not allowed to express their views. They were not allowed to criticize the wrong policies of the British government. So after the independence, that it was decided that the problems related to that equality or freedom which people faced under British rules, so this type of that problems should not faced in the future, or means in independent India. Means the people of independent India, that they must have not faced this type of problem or the problems related to the freedom or means equality. So the Constitution in independent India laid down the principle of universal adult franchise, that is that all adult citizens of the country have the right to vote. Yes, friends, I think everybody knows about the universal adult franchise. Universal adult franchise means that all people, all Indian citizens, okay, means all the people, those who are living in India have equal right to vote. Like in India, all the people, those whose age is 18 or more, have the right to vote without any discrimination on the basis of their caste, religion, sex ratio, means on any. All are given right to vote. Understood? So beta, so what was the need of the parliament? Means the problems related to that freedom or equality which was faced by the Indians under British rules. Okay, so to remove this type of discrimination, that it was decided to adopt universal adult franchise. Got it? Yes. Now, EVM. What do you mean by EVM? Actually, friends, EVM, electronic voting machine. EVM were used throughout the country for the first time in the 2000 general election. Okay, beta. Now you see that there is a machine on which that sign of different party candidates are there, and the people to whom they want to give their vote, just they press the button in front of that. Okay, but before the EVM or electronic voting machine, that ballots paper were used. Okay, means that was a type of paper, and on this paper that all the signs of the different political party leaders were printed, and the people to whom they wanted to give the vote, they just put their thumb impression in front of that. But for that many trees were cut to make this paper. Okay, so for to solve this problem, in 2005 electronic voting machine was used. So you must know that when first time electronic voting machine was used, it was used in 2001. Okay, and it saved around 8,000 ton of paper for printing the ballot paper. I told you about the ballot paper. What was the ballot paper? It was a type of paper and used during the election time, and on this paper the symbols of different political parties were printed, and the people to whom they wanted to give their vote, in front of that sign they put their thumb impression. Okay, and then this ballot paper was folded and put in a box. Now that we are discussing about the parliamentary or Parliament of India. Yes, friends, Parliament is supreme in India. It is the law that means it is consists that President of India, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Means Parliament is composed with President, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Okay. Now we will discuss about the two main houses of Parliament. Parliament has two main houses. One is Rajya Sabha and second is Lok Sabha. And Rajya Sabha is also known as Council of States. Council of State, and in Lok Sabha is known as House of People. Actually, in the Lok Sabha, the common people means the people who are in the Lok Sabha means the people those who are elected by the common people during election. Okay, so these common people, when they that became, you can say, or when they are elected by the common people, so in this way they become the part of the Lok Sabha, and at that time they represents the common people. So means in Lok Sabha there is the common people, that's why it is known as the House of the People, and Rajya Sabha is known as the Councils of the States. Okay. And now if we make differentiate between Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha is known as upper house and Lok Sabha is known as lower house. And in Rajya Sabha then there are more than 250 members, and in Lok Sabha more than 450, and maximum 550 member can be there. And in out of this 250 in Rajya Sabha, 12 are nominated by the President, and other 238 means they are, you can say, elected from the different constituencies, or they are the representatives of the states or union territories. And in Lok Sabha total I told around 500, total 50 members can be there, but present that 545 is there, and in which 535 are directly elected by the people during election, and 2 are nominated by the Anglo-Indian representative by the means 2 are nominated by the president. Understood? And not more than 13 from the union territories. About these formations of the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, we will study in detail later on. Okay. Yes, Parliament of the India, supreme legislative body in India. So Parliament is the legislative body or law making body, you can say, and it consists President of India, and President is the head of the state, nominal head of the state. Lok Sabha is known as House of the People. Rajya Sabha is known as Council of the State. Okay, and the people of the President is elected for 5 years. The people of Lok Sabha are also elected for 5 years, but the Rajya Sabha means the member of Rajya Sabha means they are elected for a means 6 term period of 6 years. Means this is not permanent house. This is permanent house. Okay, and 1/3 of its member retire every 2 years. Understood about it? Yes. And member of an electoral college elects the President of India and consists of the following elected members of the both houses of Parliament, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, and the member of Lok Sabha are known as MPs. MPs means MP stands for Member of Parliament. Okay. And Rajya Sabha elected member of the state legislative assemblies, which are known as MLAs. Okay, and the elected members of each union territories that possessing an assembly. Got it? And the people of Lok Sabha, they are known as MPs, means member of parliament. Okay, and of Lok Sabha are elected through general election on the basis of universal adult franchise or surface. Okay, understood? And in which only 2 are nominated by our president. And these people are elected without any discrimination on the basis of universal adult franchise. MPs of Rajya Sabha are elected by the members of assemblies of state. Okay, and means union territories. This the composition of these both houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Who are the members of Lok Sabha, who are the members of Rajya Sabha, how are they elected, what is their election process, we will discuss in our next lecture. Now, people and representative. Yes friends, a democracy is the idea of consent, that is the desire, approval and participation of people. Okay, this I told you means the main feature of a democratic country is the means participations of the people in decision making. And how people take part in decision making? That means people elect their representatives, and these representatives take the decisions on the behalf of the common people. Got it? And it is the decisions of the people that creates a democratic government and decides about its functioning. Okay. The basic idea in a democracy is that the individual or the citizen is the most important person, and that in principles of the government as well as the other public institution need to have the trust of their citizens. Means everyone has equal importance, okay, individually, so everyone must have equal rights also. So the parliament, which is made up of all representatives together, controls and guides the government. Understood? So this is the main function of the parliament, that it controls and guides the government. Got it, Peter? Yes. Now, composition of Lok Sabha. How the Lok Sabha is composed. Yes, as I told, that the lower house of parliament is called Lok Sabha, or it is also known as the House of the People. And it is why it is called the House of the People? Because it consists of members who are directly elected by the people. So understood why that Lok Sabha is known as House of the People. It is called House of the People because it consists of members who are directly elected by the people. Now we will discuss about the composition of the Lok Sabha. Yes, the maximum number of means the maximum number of members in the Lok Sabha can be 552, and out of these that 530 are elected from different states and 20 from union territories. Okay, means as we know, the election of Lok Sabha is usually had once after 5 years. You also see that election on the union government, for that elections are held 5 years, and these elections are held in whole country, whole India, and the members of Lok Sabha are elected, directly elected by the common people on the basis of universal adult franchise. So in the elections of the union government or the Lok Sabha parliament or Lok Sabha, you can say that all people give the vote without any discrimination on the basis of universal adult franchise. And how the elections are held? So means during the election, what is done? First, the complete area or the state is divided into a number of constituencies. Okay, so constituency is the, you can say, what do you mean by the constituency? Constituency is the small areas from people means choose their leader or representatives. Understood? Okay, and one candidate is elected from each constituencies, and the numbers of constituencies in a state depends on its population. Means if the population of the state is more, then the more constituencies are there, more members are elected from that area, and if any area is there, means a small area, then it is divided into that less number of constituencies and less numbers are that you can say elected. So here we can give the example of Goa. Like Goa is very small state, so during the election it is divided into a less number of constituencies and less numbers are elected from this areas or constituencies. And on other side, UP large area, more population, so more constituencies are there and more members are elected or more members are the part of the Lok Sabha, and the maximum number of its members can be 550. Yes, and in this 550 beta, that 500 you can say 30 people, okay, 530 people are elected from the different state, all states, and 20 are elected from the union territories, okay. And at present means the total strength of the Lok Sabha is 545, and out of this 543 are elected directly and 2 are nominated by the president, okay. So this is the procedure or this is the composition of Lok Sabha. Now about it, that how these members are elected and what are the qualification for its member, okay, and what is the election procedure. So we will discuss in our next lecture. Okay, so understood about it. So in today's lecture we have discussed about the topics like democratic government, means the government in which people are given equal right, okay, and democratic government is of two types: parliamentary form of government and presidential form of government. Parliamentary form of government, parliament is supreme and represents the people, and in presidential form both nominal and real head is president, okay, and the legislature in the center is called the parliament or Sansad, okay. And as I told that the president is directly elected by the people in the presidential form of government, and in the parliamentary form of government, the parliamentary form of government is truly responsible to the people, and in this system the government is responsible to the people through their representative, okay. And our parliament consists president, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, and the lower house of parliament is called the Lok Sabha and House of People, okay. And like in order to be elected as a member of Lok Sabha, a person should be a citizen of India and should not be less than 25 years. So about this we will discuss tomorrow, ki what is that qualifications of the member to become a member of Lok Sabha. Understood? And the Rajya Sabha is known as upper house, okay beta. So means in this way we have discussed about this following topics, okay. Now related to these topics I will assign you homework, okay. So these are some question answers and the answers of these questions you have to write in your fair notebook, and after completion your homework you have to submit it to me on my email ID. Understood, friends? So first question, what are the two houses of parliament? So simple. What does EVM mean? When, where EVM used for the first time? What is a constituency? What is the principle of universal adult franchise? Means meaning of universal adult franchise. How many members does the president nominates in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha? Okay, so about all these topics we have discussed in our introductions or in the discussions of the lecture. Okay, so in this way our today's lecture is completed. Tomorrow we will meet again with new lecture with new topics. Thank you.